Tonight we're going to do one of my favorites. It's pressure canned beef stew. I've got all the ingredients here laid out, and we're going to go through the steps. I've already cubed up the roast. This is 3.87 pounds I got from Sam's. It was on sale for $3.89 a pound. The recipe that you can download from the website, if you look in the description below, you'll see a link to our website. And on that website, you can download the recipe in a PDF. So you'll get all this in writing as well as a visual. All the ingredients we have here will go into making this beef stew. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and season my beef. We do like it a little on the spicy side, and that's just our taste. You will need to do this to your own taste. We're doing Cajun seasonings. We're doing some garlic, and then this is let's see if we can get it on camera. Grill Mates from Montreal steak seasoning from Grill Mates. So we're going to season all the beef up, get it ready to go. The concept here is really simple. It's cooking now while we have the utilities. We have the electricity, we have the water, we have all the things that we need now to pressure can. We can cook this now, and then during an emergency, when there's a grid down, the electricity's down, water's out, contaminated or whatever, we already have everything cooked, ready to go. It is simply open a jar, pour it out, heat it if you wish. You could eat this cold if you needed to. So the concept is cook now while we have utilities and the ability to do so. So I do this in the evenings. My wife once asked me, she says, well, are you ever going to stop cooking? And I'm like, well, are you ever going to stop eating? Until you do, I'm going to continue to cook. All right, so this is all now seasoned and ready to go. Now, next thing I'm going to do is cut my potatoes. I've got the 4 jars already laid out. I'm just going to do 4 because that's what my pressure canner will hold. I'll do 4 now for you on camera, and then when it comes time afterwards, I'll go ahead and do the whole bit, the whole stack of beef. You don't want to put a lot of potatoes in here, so I put just enough to cover the bottom. Yeah, that's enough. That says on here about 6 ounces. So you can see I've got them in there now. Once I do that, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add my vegetables. These come in these packages. They're frozen. This bag is 4.5 pounds. There's about a pound or so in each one of these. I do until I just cover the potatoes. It's going to be about 3 ounces of vegetables. Or just a few too many in there, so let's pull those out. Alright, so now we have the vegetables up to about there. Make sure we can see that. Yeah, there you go. Alright, next thing is, at this point, I'm going to go ahead and pour in my salt. I'm going to do 1/8 of a teaspoon of salt. And then the beef. Make sure your countertops are clean. All right, now that's it. you're going to get about 1/4 of a pound of beef. So let's take a look at what we have. You have your potatoes, vegetables, and 1/4 pound of beef. The next thing we're going to do is add some mushroom gravy. Let me go ahead and mix that up, and then I'll be right back. Okay, then next up, I went ahead and filled up the other 4 jars. This little potato here, this is the size I used. I used 3 of these, filled up these 4 jars. Also know that the amount of vegetables that I placed in were 3 ounces per jar. This bag is 12 ounces. So I've got 3 potatoes split between these 4 jars, 3 ounces of vegetables, 1/8 of a teaspoon of salt, and then I put enough beef in there to raise it up to within 1 inch of the rim. Then I've got basically 4 cups of mushroom gravy that I'm going to pour in now to the jars. Now I'm just going to fill these up to within 1 inch of the top of the jar. I do keep it stirred because it will settle to the bottom. Alright, this one didn't settle so well, so what we're going to do is open it up a little bit. You need to do that anyhow, just to release the air that's stuck in the jar. You do not want that air to be in there when you do any canning. So go ahead and stick this little stick down the side. You get that in your canning kit. And as you do that, it works all the gravy down into the mixture. You're sure gonna like that because that gravy is good. And that one's done. Gravy is all the way down in there. No air, no pockets. This one's ready to go. Next thing we're going to do, I'm going to wipe off the rim of the jar to get any, my wife calls it goober, get anything off the jar rim before we put the lid on. Then I'm going to take my little magnetic stick and get me a lid. It's been soaking in hot water. You want to do that so that the rim has a rubber seal, and that kind of makes it gummy and sticky. We'll put on the band, finger tight. Now that one's ready to go. What I'll do now at the next step is I'm going to finish filling these, putting the lids on and the bands, and the next step we'll go ahead and put it in the pressure canner. All right, next thing, we're going ahead and put the jars into the pressure canner. I use this automated canner because I work from home, and I'm able to start these in the morning and let them go, and then come back at lunch and take them out. Or in the evenings when we're lounging around the house, I'll put these in, and it's quiet. You don't have that constant noise of a traditional stovetop canner. It just doesn't make that much noise. You don't hear the steam escaping the whole time. So the pressure canner holds 4 wide mouth pint jars. You want to put water in there to the point where it's about 1/4 to 1/3 up the jars. Not to waste water, I use the hot water from the lids. So not quite enough. Let me add some more. All right, there we go. Next up, I'm going to add a little shot of vinegar. This doesn't help the food any, but it does keep the hard water from staining the outside of my jars. 4 jars, water's about 1/4 of the way up. Now I'm going to take the lid and make sure that the lid is on cook, which is there. This is vent. So if I wanted to vent the steam out, I'd use this setting, but I want to cook, so I want to be on that setting. Put it in, turn it, lock it. Now I can pick it up, but I'm still able to turn it. That's because there's no pressure, no steam. When this comes up to steam, it comes up to pressure, the lock will engage and I will not be able to open that. This is the safety mechanism built into it. So let's go ahead and start the cooking process. We want to cook it for 80 minutes. It's 1 hour and 20 minutes. There you go. Now, the dial is moving, which means that it's coming up to pressure. The heat started. The process has begun. When it reaches a safe pressure point, this will lock, preventing me from opening it. It'll also start cooking. Then the timer will come back on and show 1 hour and 20 minutes. When it's done, the timer will go off. The heat will turn off. It'll go into a kind of a warming mode and just kind of hold it there for me, waiting for me to come and remove the jars. If I let it, it will come down in pressure by itself. I don't have to do anything. If I want to hurry the process, I can come in and turn that to vent, and it will vent the steam out and let the pressure off, and then I'm able to take the lid off. But for now, I'm just going to go relax for a little while. Well, for 1 hour and 20 minutes it is, until the timer goes off. Then we'll be able to take our beef stew and it'll be done. All right, it's coming up to speed now. You can hear the steam starting to bubble, and well, now it's locked. This pressure canner is locked. There's no way I can open that lid. It's safe now. It's going to cook. And listen, that's as much noise as it makes. You do hear a little bubbling, but that's about it. So in about 1 hour and 20, we'll be done. Okay, the timer's gone off. Now let's go ahead and check, see if we got any steam, any pressure. By turning the knob to vent, no pressure coming out. That means that this is now ready to open. So when I do, I'm going to open it away from me. So I turn it and open it up here. And that lets any steam out away from my body. These things are still just really hot. In fact, you can even see they're bubbling. They're still that hot. While I was waiting on these to pressure cook, I went ahead and completed the jars that I had enough meat for, which was a total of 16 more. Added to the 4 that I already had, that gave me a total of 20 jars of beef stew. This stuff is really good. The concept is simple. Here I get down. The concept is really simple. We're trying to do cooking the meals ahead of time. We want to cook them now while we have the utilities and the power and what have you to do this. This allows us to have 20 servings of beef stew. And this is really better than what you can get at the store. Because when you buy the stuff at the store and you open the lid, you get that gunk and the grease on top. You won't have that with these. These are a lot leaner, a lot better for you. Thanks for watching. We really appreciate your participation, you watching the videos. If you like this, hit the subscribe button. You can share this. You can also go use the link in the description below and go to our website, and there's a download for the PDF of the recipe. Thanks, guys. All right, this is what it looks like when it's done. Cooked, ready to go. I do make my own labels and label it with the date, or actually the month it was cooked. Feeds one hungry person. That's a fact. Thanks for watching. Please like the video, help us build our channel by subscribing to it, and remember to always be ready, be prepared, and be vigilant.